So today we will start the verification of Norton's theorem. We already studied the Thevenin's theorem. So similarly, we can here verify the Norton's theorem. Here we will consider this T circuit. Okay. So forgot this above portion. We are not connecting this. Okay. So now right now I have set the voltage with this variable probe, okay, to 20 volt, as you can see from the voltmeter. Okay, so we will start performing this experiment. So as we can see here, we have connected this supply to this R1 terminal. Okay, this is internally shorted, so no need any wire connection. This is R2 to load RL. Okay, this RL to R3 and R3 to supply negative. Okay, so we will connect circuit like this. Okay, so these are the circuit connection as you are showing on the board, circuit board. Okay, so we'll start the next step. So now uh, you can see we will find RTH right now. So procedure is same as for the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Okay, so just short circuit the voltage source and keep the remaining circuit as it is. So by the calculation we have already found this, it is 4.95. same we will verify on the board. Okay, see here we have shorted like this. Similarly, like here we have shorted these two terminals and this measuring across these 2 points. Okay, like these 2 points. Okay, here are the 2 points connected to the multimeter, and as you can see it is varying, but you can consider it as a 4.95. okay, because it is in kilo ohm. Okay, so little error is there, but you can consider it. Okay, now we will measure this ISC. Okay, in ISC what we have done, we have removed the load resistance and remaining circuit is as it is, and measure the current in this branch. Okay, load branch. So remove this 4.7 and put ammeter in this. Okay, so we if you can measure this by theoretically 3.3 parallel 3.3, so it will be half, so it will be 1.65, and in series with 3.3. and if you find as per Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, so I equal to V by R, so you will get the total current, and from the current division rule, or you can say the directly you can divide, both the resistors are same, so current will be half. Okay, so it will be 2.02 approximately. It is in milliampere, so there might be any change. Okay, so same circuit here we are performing on the kit. So here you can see these are the ammeter connections. So here from this circuit it is positive, so it is plus. Okay, then it is minus is coming to this. Okay, and again this is connected to this. Okay, so here you can see 2.4 milliampere. Here you can see it is in connected to knob is 20 milliampere, so it is shows the milliampere. Okay, so it is 0.002. okay, so there might be any variation. Here it is 0.002, so you can consider it is a correct reading, because in milliampere the meter will shows little bit error. Okay, because it is very less amount of current. Okay, so here now just consider this, and we will make the equivalent circuit. Okay, so we have to make the connection like this: RTH in parallel with the load resistance. Okay, 4.7k, and here it is the current ISC. Here practically it is set as 2.4 volt. Okay, so in here in kit we have to set this 2.4, because it is due to the error it shows this reading, but it is in milliampere, so you can consider it. So first of all we need to set this RTH. So how we are setting this RTH, we are adjusting with this knob, and we can see in this voltmeter, so it is 4.95 kilo ohm. Okay, as you can see it is in kilo ohm, 20k range. Okay, so in this way you can set this RTH, and finally we can make circuit like this. So now here we can make the circuit like this. Okay, 2.4 we have set, which is practically we are showing on the kit. Okay, so we have set this 2.4. okay, so practically we can set like this 2.4 here. Okay, and RTH we already know how we have set that. Okay, so in this way you can set your current. Okay, with the help of this variable node. Okay, 2.4 approximately, which is practically here 2.4 coming. Now we can connect a circuit like this. Now you can see we are going to connect this circuit like this. We have set ISC 2.4, RTH 4.95, okay, and RL is already there 4.7. so we need to measure this IL. So how to measure that IL? You using this current division rule, you can measure IL is equal to total current flowing ISC into opposite resistance RTH, okay, into opposite resistance RTH, okay, divided by summation of both the resistors RTH plus RL. So from the calculation it is coming 1.23. so you can verify on the kit like this. See, we have connection like this, okay, these two are in parallel, okay, and you can see it is 1.26 approximately, and it is in milliampere, so it is 1.23. okay, so you can consider it approximately same. If you need to verify this, you can check this connection, it is in RTH, okay, so from this RTH this emitter is coming, okay, and from this it is negative coming to this RL, okay, so again this 2 point is shorted and it is shorted to the current source, okay, so in this way the network is whole is reduced and we can produce the same amount of current, okay. So you can see the current from this load resistance is 1.23 ohm. So this you can verify it in initial condition also. Means if you measure the current over here, okay, by connecting the circuit like same as it is. So let us check this. Okay, so this is 20 volt, again all the resistance and all the load resistance are there, okay. So here you can see we have connected the circuit like all the resistance are connected, this is the T network connected, okay. So now we are measuring the current flowing through this resistance, okay. So emitter is connected in series with this, okay. The whole circuit is same as it is, voltage is set to 20 volt, okay. So you can see your current is 1.22 approximately, okay, and here also it is coming 1.23 milliampere. So previously you can say it is 1.26 in the kit, okay, so it is in milliampere, so we can say the same current is obtained by network reduction. So in this way we can verify the Norton's theorem, okay. So I hope you can understand this and you can verify it, the Norton's theorem. Thank you.